Greg, CEO of Legends. Thanks for coming on, bro. You're looking
Hey,
fresh, by the way, man. You're looking
thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank you. Thank
So I know Legends is a newer firm. I'm very happy with you guys so far. I actually just got my first payouts this past week. I got three master accounts, all paid out within the same day. So kudos to you guys for making it so fast and so easy for me. So let's get started with you first. So I know you own Legends and you also have a brokerage business as well. So tell us more about yourself and your background.
Sure. So I started this industry in 2000. I worked for a firm called Global Futures Exchange and Trading Company here in California. So I worked with them for about 17 years, and with God's grace, 2017, I had the opportunity to buy the brokerage firm. So we ended up buying the assets of GFE. That's how GFF Brokers was formed. So up about maybe a few years ago, about 3.5 years ago, um, we decided to launch Legends Trading Group, a prop firm. And one of the reasons we wanted to launch a prop firm is due to the fact that we saw a lot of clients opening up account with $5,000 or $10,000 in their trading account and blowing up within a day or two for a number of reasons. They don't know how to trade. They're not comfortable with the trading platform. They get mixed up with using the stops and limits. And then we felt bad that they're depositing $5,000, $10,000 in their trading account and losing it within a couple of days.
Right.
So now I was a little familiar with the prop trading world, and we decided to launch a prop trading as well, that whoever's a beginner or doesn't have the capital to deposit a $10,000, $20,000 account, they could always start with the path of prop trading.
Mhm.
So now we're catering both types of clients. We're catering clients that they want to open their own trading account, deposit their own funds in the trading account, and we're also catering clients who doesn't have the capital or they don't want to put the capital. They're new starters and they want to go through the path of an evaluation.
Mhm. Okay. So let's talk about Legends first. So you said when you said it started a couple years ago. When did you found Legends?
We started a couple of years ago. It took us a long time to develop or integrate through Tradeovate, and we launched about, I would say, towards end of November of last year. But before that, we had a soft launch where we offered it only to a few vendors and their students and testing out our system
Okay. So you
to try to
launched
get bugs and see how it handles 100 clients, 200 clients, 300 clients, and so on.
right. Okay. So you launched in November of 2023, I believe, right?
2023.
Okay. Cool. And it's awesome you guys offer Tradeovate because Tradeovate is like my favorite platform. Um, I think some people say
Yeah.
that like some CEOs say like if you don't offer Tradeovate, it's a red flag. So I'm very happy that you guys offer Tradeovate because it's a relationship with also with Ninja Trader, right? Because they own Tradeovate.
No, of course. And we do have a great relationship with NinjaTrader. So NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate, and with our close relationship with NinjaTrader through GFF pipeline, it made our relationship with Legends Trading Group that much easier. And
Right.
it's hard for you to get into Tradeovate.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of people starting prop firms. They don't even offer Tradeovate. They only go to Rhythmic. Rhythmic's kind of a lot of problems over there. So Tradabate's always a better option in my opinion. Um,
Yeah, they're both great. We don't offer Rhythmic right now. In the near future, where we're planning on integrating with Rhythmic as well. But they're both companies are great. You know, Tradeovate is a great company. Tradeovate ended up putting a lot of resource behind the evaluation that this
right.
past few years. They want to be able to be just like how NinjaTrader is one of the best trading platforms for the retail traders. They want Tradeovate to be the same in the evaluation world, and I
Okay.
think they'll succeed at it.
Right. Okay. Cool. So let's talk about also your background owning, I think call it GFF Brokers, your own brokerage, right?
Yes.
So how does that you think it makes you stand out from other CEOs who only own prop firms? They don't really understand the brokerage side of the business, but you do.
Sure. I mean, number of reasons, regulatory wise, right? So you got to understand the evaluation world. It's not regulated. It's not regulated by CFTC or NFA. But at GFF Broker, we're heavily regulated by CFTC and NFA, right? So with that being in mind, we want to make sure Legends Trading Group, even though it's not regulated, we want to have the same standard
Mhm.
as I have at GFF Brokers,
Right.
right? As another evaluation company, they don't hold any license. They're not under the regulatory guidelines, and they get to do whether it's the marketing, whether it's the type of individual they want to partner with, versus us at GFF Brokers. When we launched Legends Trading Group, our goal was the same regulatory strictness that we're under GFF Brokers. We want to have the same at Legends Trading Group.
Right.
Even though evaluation prop firms, they're not regulated, right? It doesn't mean you don't have to follow rules, ethical rules, what's right for the traders. Uh,
Right.
um, so with us having that background at GFF Brokers, we're trying to follow the same at Legends.
Right. I think it's great because, there's every day now you see like a new prop firm coming up, right? And a lot of them are run by 20-year-olds who have no experience, they have no life experience, and they don't even understand how a brokerage really works. They're just trying to market themselves on social media to sell the evaluations and hopefully not do a rug pull, right? But you guys have regulatories under your belt, you know everything about the business. So I think that's great.
And the beauty is we're not doing this strictly for profits, right? So uh, um, thank God that at GFF Brokers, we're pretty successful at what we do. Recently, GFF Brokers, we ended up buying the assets of another large IB, and so we're pretty successful at GFF Brokers and also the new firm we bought, Stage 5. Legends is an add-on that we're adding to my portfolio, not GFF Brokers portfolio, but to my portfolio. It's good to offer a prop trading. So why is that important? We're not, there's no pressure on us where we have to make money at Legends Trading Group to pay my bills,
Right.
where we have to do what it takes to sell as much subscription because I need that money.
Hmm.
Definitely we want to grow Legends Trading Group into a successful company, but we're not under any type of pressure that we have to perform to be able to pay the employees or pay the bills and so on. So that
Right.
makes Legends even take baby step, the right steps to succeed.
Right. That's
Um,
great.
you, you see a lot of, just like you mentioned, a lot of youngsters, a lot of inexperienced people. They get into the prop trading world. Some of them, when you said about failing, some of them fail because maybe that's their goal. Maybe their goal is to get in the market, sell thousands of subscription fee, and then come up with an excuse where, hey, we can't pay out. Sorry, guys, that was our intention, and take all the subscription fee, close a shop, and then maybe a year later open under another name, you know, or maybe some of their reasoning is poor management. I noticed that a lot of firms that they came in to shake the market as far as straight to fund, right,
Right.
or no evaluation and so on, and and some of those guys they got hurt because A,
Mhm.
they didn't have the big capital, and if you do straight to fund, you're going to have issues, in my opinion, because how are you vetting good traders?
Right.
What the whole prop trading the world started back in the day where it was live money trading. There was no sim environment where big hedge funds or big brokerage firms, they used to get traders, bunch of traders coming in, and let's say they get 20 traders. All right, 20 traders, you guys are sitting on the trading floor over here and trade. Whoever has the best record after a week, they would be given a funded account where they would split the commissions.
Right.
Back it used to be probably 70-30, 70 to the firm, 30% to the trader. That was a whole prop trading,
Yeah.
right? Now prop trading changed where it's a subscription base, where you join a simulation, and once you pass, you get a funded account. Some of these funded accounts are done on sim environment, some are on real environment, but the whole prop trading mentality changed. Versus I'm trying to bring that back as far as I'm seeking for talented traders.
Right.
When you're on my 3-step is apprentice, master, and live money trading, right?
Right.
Live money trading is what we're looking for. We're looking to get clients to live money trading because that's when our relationship starts. That's when the opportunity flourish for traders. Because once you're on live money trading, you're trading and you're trading on a live account where we could be able to track you and build you a track record. Whether you want to become a CTA, whether you want to become a follow the leader, whether you want to become a POA managing different funds, we could assist you at GFF Brokers at that point.
Right.
It's the way I see it is it's like you're going to a high school, a college, and then getting a degree and working. That's the steps. Evaluation. After evaluation, you get a master account. After master account, second payout, we move you to real money trading. That's when the fun starts for the traders because they're
Right.
trading with money, live money, and the more freedom.
Hmm.
Because once you're on a live money trading, there's no more 30% consistency rule. You could, if you're making money, you could withdraw every day if you please to. So there's more freedom at that point for trading.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. So let's talk about Legends as a platform right now. So I know there's clear path to live. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit, but let's start with the rules so far. So I went over your rules, and personally, I do have master accounts with you guys. I think I have right now. I have around 6 masters, and I'm working on 4 more evaluations. It's been a great experience. As far as your rules go, I actually really like them because I feel like they really favor the trader a lot because you can DCA, you can add in, you can scale in your accounts and your sizing whenever you want. I believe you can also trade news. Is that correct?
Yeah, you could trade news. Thus,
Okay. You can trade news on both the apprentice and the master account, right? It doesn't matter.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
great. And I think I saw on your master account rules, do you have to use hard stops or can it be like a mental stop, you know?
So one of the reasons why we try to push clients to use real stops versus mental stops, and that's it all comes down to the live money trading,
Yeah,
right? So
right.
we've seen it all. So at GFE, when I first started, I was watching margins. I was the risk guy, and a lot of clients that we had to liquidate, they were making money, and then they lost it all. And every single client mentioned where I froze, I couldn't get out of the market.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Versus if you have a mental stop, then put it in there. If you have a mental 2-point stop, 3-point stop, put it in there because mental stop, what happens is when the market gets to a position where now it's at that 2-point mental stop, you freeze or you start changing your mind. You know what? Let me write it 2.25, 2.5,
Yeah,
3 points. Now all of a sudden you start changing it.
yeah,
Guess what? If the market goes and hits your 2-point stop, that means that trade was no good.
right.
There's always a new trade. That
Yeah,
was one of the biggest mistakes we saw traders make where they had mental stops, and when the market went against them, they froze. And then one trade ended up wiping the account.
yeah,
Taking a $200 loss, now they take an $800 loss,
yeah,
$1,000 loss.
right.
So we're trying to prepare the clients where, hey, on the evaluation, if you don't want to use mental stops, I mean, if you don't want to use hard stops, we understand. But master account, we want you to use hard stop because when you get to live money trading, we definitely want you to use
Yeah,
hard stop because now you're trading our money. We want you to trade our money responsibly.
right. It's all about risk management, right? It's about to just to live to trade another day. pretty much. You don't want to blow up, you don't want to blow your account in one losing trade, which I've done before. Just, letting it out there. But yeah, it
I mean,
sucks.
just like surfers, right? And I'm in California over here.
Yeah,
There's always a good wave to catch, you know. So you
yeah,
missed the first wave, it's okay. That wasn't the only wave.
yeah. Okay, great. And as far as the accounts go, is there any inactivity rules where like you got to place a trade per week, per month, or else it just goes inactive?
No, we don't have inactivity rule.
Okay,
Um, and now as far as a master account, once you're on master account, we want you to trade. We
right.
don't want you to get a master account and sit on that account for months.
Yeah,
Right. Because at that point, it costs us money. It costs us market data fee, it costs us trade ovate fee, right? So we want you to trade, but there's no rule. You traded today, you want to take a week off. We understand,
right.
you don't have to trade every day. Just
Okay.
don't let the account sit dormant for months.
Okay. That makes sense because you guys do pay for the fees, of course. So that makes sense. That's great. Okay. And I also saw that you guys also just made two huge changes to your rules that favor the trader. First one is you had the 30% per trade trade and loss rule. Took it off because you wanted to make sure the traders have the best success, right? So I'm very happy you guys took that rule off. People were complaining about that, and then you found out within an hour it was gone. So I want to thank you for taking off that rule.
Well, thank you, because we had a conversation. You brought it to my attention, where you and I, we had a good conversation
Yeah.
about what's good for traders, and then we wanted to also see the perspective from the traders' perspective, and we ended up changing the rule right away.
Yeah, thank you. And also, you also changed the minimum per day. First of all, I like the fact you have a minimum per day that doesn't scale up with the account size. So if whether you have a 50K account or a 250K account, it's still 150 per day, right? Okay. And previously, I think it was where if you don't hit that, let's say you make $100 a day, 5 days in a row, that's $500, but each day is now 150. Previously, I think there was some wording, some verbiage in there where you would have the profits taken away. But as of right now, that part is also gone, right? So even if you make $100 a day, $20 a day, it doesn't matter. It just won't count as a trading day, but that you still have that profit in your account, correct?
Yeah, that rule was short-lived.
Yeah.
As far as, again, we had some positive feedback from traders, and this is why I love uh, um, our clients, our prospective clients, because there's an open channel relationship between Legends Trading Group and our traders. Because after all, one of the reasons we launched Legends Trading Group to provide opportunity, service for our traders, right? So a lot of our traders brought it to our attention about, hey, we like the rule of the $150. I mean, you brought up the same point where we understand that you're not going to count the day for it, but let us keep the profit. Don't take the profit away, which totally makes sense. And I agree with the traders. Right away, again, we ended up rolling back to the old way where we're letting the traders keep the profit.
Right. Okay. Great. So I think that covers pretty much all the rules. Again, I think they're really lax. I think they favor the trader a lot because there's some firms out there where you can't DCA at all. You can't trade news. If you trade news, your account gets blown, even if you do it on accident. If you DCA one time, you get denied. So I'm really happy for you guys that you guys have rules that really favor the trader, so and gives us freedom as well. So
Well, one of the also reasons why they have a lot of strict rules where, excuse me, versus us, we have more lax, I don't want to say more lax rule, but more favorable rules,
right.
due to the fact that we're moving you to real money trading after the second payout,
Yeah.
right? So versus, you got to understand, if you're on evaluation apprentice, then you get to become a master account. Now, when you're trading the master account, you're still trading on sim environment, right?
Yep.
So if you're making money, I'm losing money,
Right.
right? So
Oh,
so
and by the way, that is as transparent as you can get from a CEO, okay? He just said it right there. He's being honest. on a sim environment, he's losing money. So go on.
course. Now there's a lot of talks out there that they're doing copy trade and then so
Yeah.
on. So what does copy trade means? If you're copying trade, are you taking the same side of the trade? Because I mean, it's proven in our industry, whether you're trading on sim environment or real money futures account, more clients lose money than make money, right? It's proven in our futures industry. It's not easy to become a successful trader because clients lose money from bad trades, discipline, forget to use stops. They're in the market, they're in profit. Next thing you know, they close their computer. All right, I'm out. I just made myself $300-400. I'm good for the day. They forget to cancel their stops and limits in the platform, and they turn off their computer thinking they're $300 up or $500 up. The next day they come and their account's blown.
Yeah.
We and then I'm speaking on the real account, even not just on the prop trading at GFF Brokers. Well, hang on a second. I turned off my computer. I was $500 profit. What happened? Well, you had a working order in the market. You forgot to cancel it,
Yeah.
and now that market touched your working order, filled it, and now your account got wiped out. Where my order desk or my risk department had to get you out of the market.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reasons why clients lose money in the futures industry. So that's why the percentage is high, that there's more losers than winners. With that being said, some prop firms, they say, okay, we copied the trade. What are you doing? Are you copying the trades? If you're copying the trades, you're gonna have more losing than winning. So how are you making revenue on that? But in reality, when clients are trading on sim environment, if you're making money, I'm losing money, right?
Right.
So that's why it's in my best interest to move you to real money trading, because if you continue that success of making money, now you get to keep 90% and I get to keep 10%. Where not that I'm not only bleeding, I'm actually making money on you.
So exactly. And let's now move into live accounts. In a live account, it's a true partnership, right? Because if I make money with you, you make money as well because I get 90% of my work and you get 10% for being the broker, for being the sponsor, or whatever you want to call it. So it's a win-win relationship at that point, right? In a live account.
Of course. Then at that point, if you're a great trader and you just didn't get lucky for a few months, you have a great strategy, great discipline, sky's the limit at that point because we could even work together. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to become a commodity trading advisor. Because you got to understand that even if you're on the live money trading, you're trading the prop firm money. You're trading my money.
Yeah.
And you get to keep 90%. We get to keep 10%, but that's it. There's no growth from there,
Mhm.
right? So the growth is instead of you managing one prop account, now you're managing 5 prop account, potentially 10 prop account, but that's it. Whereas with us, because of our background, because of our GFF brokers, you have an opportunity, you as the trader, to potentially become a commodity trading advisor, and we could help you with that. Maybe become a leader at World Cup Championship. We have relationship where now you're trading, and there's maybe 100, 200 people following you. I don't know if you are familiar with the name Larry Williams. Larry Williams is big in our industry. He turned a $10,000 account into a $1 million
Whoa.
trading, and he did that. I mean, you could Google him, look him up, and he did that on the World Cup Championship stage.
Okay.
And you could have the same opportunity through Legends Trading Group to potentially be the next Larry Williams of
Yeah.
trading.
That's great. And I just want to ask you one quick question. When you say a CTA, does that mean that like if I prove myself to Legends as a live trader, I do well over time, does that mean that you'll help me, I guess, get registered as a fund manager where I can start managing outside assets and collect fees on those?
Of course. So CTAs are commodity trading advisors, right? You need a Series 3. I'll give you the steps, and then at one point you have to pass your Series 3. Once you pass your Series 3, you file with the NFA where you want to become a CTA. There's a registration involved in that. Then you have to prepare your dedocs, your disclosure documents, right? And we could assist you with that through GFF Brokers. We do have a lot of relationship with a compliance firm where we work with, and they could help you become register as a commodity trading advisor. At that point, you get to manage clients' funds. Because right now, if you're not a commodity trading advisor, you could trade for friends and family as a POA, right?
Yeah.
But as a POA, you could trade for friends and family, but that's it. Outside of 15 accounts, you can't manage. It has to be under 15 accounts. And you can hold yourself out to the public as a trader. You cannot market yourself to earn a compensation on the performance fee or management fee as a regular trader. But as a CTA, you could collect performance fee, you could collect management fee, you could trade for more than 15 accounts because you could hold yourself out to the public as a trading advisor.
Yeah. That's like the dream, right? Of like any trader who really wants to, who loves trading, that's the dream because now you're like a hedge fund. You manage your own money. You manage other people's money legally, ethically, and regulation wise. So
Legally, and the FCMs will pay you. You know, the FCMs will, for example, if your disclosure document says 2 and 20,
yeah.
2% management fee, 20% performance fee. Now, end of the month, you send a report to the FCM, and the FCM will deduct money from the client's trading account and will wire you the funds. So this way you're not chasing people, hey, you owe me X number of dollar. Actually, the funds will be taken out from the client's trading account and will be sent your way.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about live trading, live accounts at Legends. So what I understand is once you get two payouts on a master account, now you qualify for live. So, but the question people are asking is, if you have 10 master accounts and they get two payouts on all 10 of them, do you get 10 live accounts or do you merge it all into one live account?
So our goal is to merge them into one account. That's what we've been doing right now, and we're pretty successful with that. And it's much cleaner because now having 10 master accounts, and here's where there may be some issues with the FCMs where they offer one master account. So if a client opens up a trading account and they have a POA on it, and now you get an additional account with a new POA on it, there's a place on the form where you have to mention why are you opening up an additional account.
Right.
So usually clients have the reason they open different additional account because they have different strategies trading, different markets trading, or different POAs managing the account. So now if I have a prop account and it's Kevin, and Kevin is managing 10 accounts, and Kevin is managing all 10 accounts, the same strategies, same methods, same market is trading, the FCM says, all right, what's the reason for 10 accounts if it's all the same type of trades managed by the same trader? We want to be able to consolidate that into one master account, main account.
Okay, great. I also have a question. Okay, so let's say I have five master accounts. I have
Okay.
two payouts on all five. So these five now qualify to get into a live account. But let's say I have five newer master accounts that have gotten zero payouts yet. Am I still eligible to get two payouts from those new five master accounts? Or how would
Yeah.
that
Yes.
work? Okay. So basically you can have like pretty much a live account and also five master accounts as long as you hit to the two payout limit, then you go live and you merge into one. Right.
Yes.
Okay, great. And what happens if we blow the account,
Blow which account?
the live account?
if you blow the live account, now those accounts are gone, and we're hoping that the other 5 accounts you have, you get to move from a master, because if you blow that account up, you have to start all over again.
Okay. So does that mean that okay, so if I have all 10 masters into one live, I'm trading that one live account, I have a bad day, a bad week, whatever. I just blow it. So does that mean I can no longer trade with legends, or can I start over with apprentice accounts, go back into master accounts, get 2 more payouts, and then go back to live?
Of course, we definitely want, because if you made it to a master account, it's not easy, not master account, I'm sorry. If you make it to live money trading account,
Yeah,
more or less that means you know what you're doing.
right,
So you can get lucky. You could go from apprentice to master account, and you could potentially get lucky, right? And for you, and maybe get one payout. But if you have 2 payouts on master and get to live money trading, that's a long journey. So
yeah,
more or less that means you know what you're doing. And if you blew up your account there, maybe you had a bad day,
yeah,
or whatever the case is. But that means that you're in that small group of traders that more or less you know what you're doing.
right. Okay.
So we definitely rooting for you, and we want you to go back and get back to a live trading account.
Okay. And as far as live trading accounts go, like, so like how do you apply the balances to a starting live account? Do you take over what's left from the master accounts after to the 2 payouts? Or how do you judge how much to give someone in a live
So
account?
we have a formula on our website where it shows if you have an account for I'll give you an example. For example, we're gonna use a $25,000 account.
Okay.
Uh, on a $25,000 account, the maximum you can move is $4,000, 16%. So if you look at the formula on my website, on a 25,000, it's 16% maximum,
Yeah.
50K, 14%, then 100K, 12 and a half, then 150K, 11.8, and 250K, 11.2.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now, actually. Okay, so now my question is, does that apply per master account or is
Per
just
master, per master. So if you have 5 master account, right?
yeah.
And so it's 4,000 times 5.
Oh wow. Damn, that's nice. Okay. So basically, so you have a
And
chance.
if we do it the other way, it's not fair, because
Yeah,
then your argument would be, why am I purchasing 5 accounts when I understand from 5 you're moving me all into one, but you should consider the profits in the 5 accounts.
right. Okay.
So we definitely want to consider the profits in the 5 accounts you worked hard to generate.
Right. Yeah, that's great because so you're giving traders a real chance to start with a real like like significant live account, right? It's not just like $3,000. You if you have 10 live accounts, that's 10 times 4,000. That's 40 grand in your live account.
40 grand in your live account.
Okay, that's great. And in live accounts, do you also have rules like daily loss limits?
Well, the rules are more lax, right? As far as getting a payout. But at the
Right.
same time, we want you to understand that this is real money you're trading right now.
Yeah.
You got to trade this responsibly,
Right.
right? So for example, use hard stops in the markets. You're trading. We will have a trading at that point. But the trading stops, just like the master where your trading stops once it reaches that account balance plus 100. And the reason we did a plus 100 is just a little cushion over there.
Mhm.
Once it reaches your max trading to your start of live account balance plus 100, then it stops trading. At that point, if let's say it's 25,000, let's say you have one account, it's 25,000 plus you moving $4,000, the max it's 29,000, right? So once it reaches 29,100, the max trading, then we stop calculating max trading. Because then at that point, the most you could lose is 29,100
Yeah.
and not really risking too much of our money. And at that point, we give you the freedom to trade.
Okay. That's awesome. And do you also allow a trader to scale up the contract size if they grow their balance up and prove themselves? Can you work with them to, maybe give them more contracts to trade with?
Of course, because look, at live money trading at that point, we have a one-on-one relationship.
Right.
So we're rooting for you. We're rooting for your success, and we will have one-on-one phone conversation meeting to see you learn more about your trading, your methods, your trading style, and give you that little bit freedom. As far as Greg, we want a little bit more contract, or we want to be able to trade a little bit more freely, and so on. So we will work with you on that. It's
Right.
whole different rules at that point than
Yeah.
Legends Trading Group, EVA, or Master Account. It's a
Mhm.
whole different relationship.
Right. So you said earlier the 30% consistency rule is gone. You can withdraw every day if you want to. That's great. That's beautiful, you know. So that's great.
Well, at that point, I got to be honest with you. At that point, you're trading real money. So when you're making money, your success is mine. So
Right.
if you're making money and you're withdrawing every day, you're withdrawing your 90, I'm withdrawing my 10.
Right.
I prefer you request money out once a day, once every other day, once a week, because I get to take my 10% instead of you losing my 10%.
Yeah. Right. Now it's a real partnership. So that's
Yeah.
okay. And let's talk about the most important thing that people care about is the payout process. Can you go over a little bit about how payout submissions, like what do you, what will cause a denial in a master account, let's say? Like, is it just for like, yeah, tell me what will cause a denial.
A number of reasons. It could potentially cause a denial if we see you're manipulating the system, manipulating the market, manipulating the sim environment, right? Because sim environment is different than a live trading environment.
Mhm.
Um, and if we see you're on purposely over trading, and you're not consistent with your trading. Consistency is key for us because after all, we're seeking for talented traders. We're not here to take your subscription fee, putting you on a master account and just take your money. We're in this to find real talented traders.
Okay. And as far as approval goes, in my experience, it's same day. Is that normal? Because if it is, that's great. What do you think is the average time from a request submission to approval to hitting a Rise account?
The beauty is, and again, because I'm seeing on online, also talking to some of my affiliates and vendors out there, um, some firms delay payouts due to the fact that they don't have money to pay.
Yeah,
And some of their CEOs put it out there where hey, we want to be able to collect more subscription fee to pay out more.
yeah,
And versus with us, if there's a delay, the delay only is due to the fact that something got flagged and it needs my attention.
okay,
As far as, hey, look, this individual's trading style, it's not consistent. However, he did XYZ here and so on and so forth. And then we go in and we see, okay, is that person going to get a hard denial, or we're just not going to count that day?
right,
And have them continue trading. Hard denial is it's very hard for somebody to to get a hard denial and forfeit the account.
yeah,
You have to do something bad for us to completely forfeit your trading account.
okay. Yeah.
Again,
Otherwise,
that's not our that's not our goal, our mission to deny payouts.
right,
I want to pay you out. The faster I pay you out, the faster I get to move you to live money trading.
right. Exactly. Okay, and as far as the review process goes, is it done manually for each payout request? Is there maybe some systems in place with like algorithms, or how does that work?
Well, the easy part is there's a system in place, but the system goes through it. But if anything gets flagged, then at that point it's a manual process,
Okay.
and it's a two-step manual process. First, it
Okay.
gets flagged, and then when it gets flagged, there's a one review process, and then if that review process doesn't need my attention, then at that point it goes through. If it needs my attention, then that means it's a second review process where it needs my feedback on it.
Okay. Great. And would you be comfortable telling us, just on average per month, how much you pay out to your traders?
As far as
Yeah.
dollar figure, we haven't done the analysis on that, but we could definitely do it and share that information with you.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Just we'll follow up later about that. And as far
The
as,
only reason why, because there's two parts. A lot of vendors, they put out payouts, right?
yeah,
Figure of payouts. And we know that those payouts aren't just traders payout. Um, they include affiliate payouts in there.
yeah,
For us, affiliate payouts is different than traders payouts.
right. Exactly. Okay. A question I got asked about to ask you in this interview is funding. Can you talk about how Legends is funded? I know you mentioned you have the brokerage that can cover your expenses while you're moving people to live. Let's talk about your funding for your brokerage, for Legends, and whatever you want to share with that.
Sure. So from the brokerage end, the brokerage end doesn't fund legends,
Okay.
right? It's too independent. There's no cross margin between GFF Brokers and Legends Trading Group, other than I'm the CEO of both companies. That's the only affiliation between Legends and GFF Brokers.
Okay.
And at Legends Trading Group, we don't have a huge overhead.
Hmm.
The beauty is it makes the profit in Legends Trading Group, it make the profit in Legends, it's healthy enough where we could sustain, excuse me, paying master account and real money trading, right?
Right.
Whereas I don't pull money out of Legends Trading Group uh, um, to pay my day-to-day expenses, my mortgage, my car payments, and so on. I'm successful enough at GFF Brokers where that pays for my day-to-day living, and I can focus Legends into paying master account, paying the real money trading account, and whatever's left. Right now, we're reinvesting in Legends Trading Group,
Right.
meaning reinvesting into getting Rhythmic integrated, and a lot of enhancing our platform.
Mhm.
So I'm not really touching Legends the money for my day-to-day living expense. It doesn't mean one day I don't want to. I mean, that's the whole reason we launched Legends, that at one point it could be a profitable firm. And also, it's important how you manage a company. If you manage the company poorly, where you start cutting corners, and as well as uh, um, when I mention cutting corners, get rid of evals, right? Straight to funding, and that's doomed for a disaster. If you don't manage your company and you're listening to the noise outside of what your competitors are doing, and you try to compete with your competitors out there and match them with what they're doing, you're doomed. You're on your way for failure. You got to do what's right for your company, and not follow every single prop firms out there. Those prop firms, if they have a rule, I mean, they're following their own rules, their own strategy, and if they're successful, great. And if they're not successful, uh, um, um, and if they fail, and you're following them, you're going to fail with them. For example, you mentioned some of these prop firms out there that they failed. Some of them they came in the market with a big bang, right? And for them was, hey, we're going to change the industry with our new rules. What happened? Not that they didn't change the rule, they failed
Yeah.
because they didn't manage their company properly.
Right. Right. Yep. People just want to feel safe with you. That's why they want to know about the payout process, the funding, because some people really do this full time, and this is how they pay for their livelihoods and for their family expenses and all that. So it's really important to feel safe with whoever you're trading with.
So I have a rule that I follow where probably other CEOs of companies, whether it's prop trading, brokerage firm, or in other industry, the way I see it is the CEO gets paid less.
Yeah.
The last person that gets paid is the CEO of the company. If you have that formula in place and you understand the logics behind the owner of the company gets paid last, then you could succeed, or you could have a long-term goal as far as first you got to pay your bills,
Right.
right? Then you got to make sure you pay the traders.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure you pay all your affiliates. Then what's left, you decide if you want to reinvest in the company, or you want to take some funds out. And that's a formula I follow at Legends Trading Group.
Right.
Whatever money we collect, we make sure our traders are paid. Then we make sure our affiliates are paid, our vendors are paid,
Mhm.
our trade ovate, market data, and so on. And then what's left, you decide what to do with that money.
Right. Okay. So let's move on to a hot topic of the prop firm world today, and it's regulations. Now, personally, every people I talk to, affiliates, CEOs, they always say regulations coming this year. Regulations coming this year. The CME is doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. In my opinion, it's I think half of it is a myth and half of it is real. What have you heard? Because you own a brokerage, you own Legends. What is your thoughts on any income regulations, if any?
Of course. I mean, look, it's definitely not a myth. It's on their radar, right? So you got to understand where it got on their radar more when the forex firm um, got in trouble.
Yeah.
So and then from there you saw a lot of forex prop firms pushed into futures. So definitely it is on the regulatory's radar. How are they gonna regulate it? It's something I don't know. Can they regulate it through CME? Because CME is providing market data, right? If
Yeah.
CME tomorrow says, I'm not going to provide market data for the evaluation industry, you can't trade on sim environment, and you definitely can't. And if you can't trade it on sim environment, and the only way you're going to trade it is on live environment, now they got you. Because if you're trading on live environment, that's in the space of NFA and CFTC. So
Yeah.
at that point, you are regulated. So I don't know how they're gonna regulate our industry, but I'm pretty sure they're definitely looking at it because it is on their radar now.
Right.
And if they regulate it, by all means, maybe it's not a bad idea. Um, and if they regulate it, me, myself, I hold a Series 3, Series 34 license. And if they say, hey, prop trading firms, you have to be regulated, hey, we're still in business.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe 90%, if not 95% of the prop traders out there, they're going to scramble to go get their Series 3, be registered. And it's not just, and if you think you could get your Series 3 now, register in case something happens, you can't really do it because you need a brokerage firm to park your license. You can't have a license and just park it even at any brokerage firm. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They check that. They're very strict with that.
Yeah.
Whereas if it becomes regulated, no problem for a Legends Trading Group. We'll
Okay.
comply with it.
Right. Great. Okay. So let's talk about what the future holds for Legends. It's a brand new year. A lot of things have changed the past year with prop firms. A lot of good and bad. Some firms going out of business, new ones popping up. What do you hope to accomplish this coming year?
To basically fuel the goals early to 2025, we feel like it's going to be a big year for Legends Trading Group. And right now, our goal is to get integrated with Rhythmic as well as Tradeovate. And one of the reasons why we're also getting integrated with Rhythmic, it's not where we're trying to get away from Tradeovate. Tradeovate is a great software, great platform. NinjaTrader's probably one of the best trading platforms out there. We just want to grow where we're getting a lot of traders wanting to trade on Bookmap, wanted to trade on Quant Tower, Sierra charts, and so on. And now we're turning those clients away.
Yeah.
They love us, they love how we operate, they love our vision, but a lot of their strategies or a lot of methods are on a different trading platform outside of Tradeovate. So we don't want to turn those clients away. We want to be able to bring those clients in. So once we're integrated with Rhythmic as well as Tradeovate, I think it's going to be great opportunity for Legends Trading Group.
Okay. Awesome. As we close up, is there anything you want to say to your community of traders, to people who trust you with their money? In my experience, in my own community, when I talk about you guys, I have people who say they get paid same day, they've never got denied, they're happy with Legends, they're rooting for you guys. So am I. There's anything you want to say just to your community, because these are your people. These are your
Of
clients, your
course.
traders.
Of course, definitely. And we want to hear feedback from our community. We have that the evaluation space is growing and growing each year. We notice and a great opportunity for our traders. Just know that we're here for you guys. We're here to build with you guys. We're here to grow with you guys. And we're here. Our mission is simple. Think of it, pass the apprenticeship, get to master account level, trade with discipline. Once you pass, you become a live money trading, then the fun starts. That's where our relationship, I believe, starts. Think of it as, again, your school. Once you graduate from high school, you get to go to college, right? Think of college as the master account.
Yeah.
And once you graduate from a master account, now your next goal is to become a funded account. Once you become a funded account, then our relationship starts, whereas we'll help you become a CTA, a follow the leader, or if you have different goals, we'll help you accomplish those. The path is not easy,
Yeah.
but once you get there, we're going to be waiting for you to get you to the next level.
Right. And the last question I want to ask you is this. In your opinion, since you've seen so many traders in your brokerage firm and Legends, what do you think makes a good trader?
Discipline,
Discipline.
discipline, discipline. And again, traders tend to lose money because they're scared. Take that fear out of trading. Because you got to understand that, and a lot of traders on the evaluation side, you're trading on live sim.
Yeah.
If you blow up in your account, their mentality is, I'll reset it for $50 and get a new account.
Yeah.
In the real world, that doesn't exist, right? So build confidence and know that not every trade is a winning trade.
Mhm.
So and if the trade goes against you, that means that trade is no good. Get
Right.
out. Next trade tomorrow. Tomorrow's a whole new day.
Right.
And if you have a good profitable day, get out. Don't continue trading. If you continue trading, you're gonna lose it all.
Right. All right. Well, Greg, thanks for coming on. This was fun.
Definitely.
Let's do another one in a few months as we follow up and
Definitely.
as New York progresses. Is there anything last words you want to say to anyone?
No, just have a blessed day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks again, Greg. Thank you so
Take care.
much. Bye.
All right.